another early start day, and it's my Sunday, so for me, 9:30, 10 o'clock is early. But I'm a little late on the Halloween event for Dead by Daylight. They do one for all the different seasons, or for the holidays, so they do Christmas, Halloween, a handful of other events. But this one's really cool because originally, well, let me talk about the game a little bit in case you haven't played it. Dead by Daylight is very horror slasher film inspired, as you can see. You can choose from different survivors that have different perks. Some are team leaders, some are sneakier, some repair things quicker, some are medics, some are just tanks in a weird way. They come out with a few new ones as the DLC comes out. But you pick what class you appreciate the most. Then there's also all the killers. Have their own perks as well. So the Trapper, he lays bear traps. The Wraith, he can cloak himself with the power of his Voodoo Bell. Hillbilly, he's inspired by Texas Chainsaw, even though that came through in a DLC. Very similar, but he has a crazy chainsaw sprint. The Cannibal has a chainsaw, but he can kind of chase you and wave it wildly, and it can hit multiple people, and it's not an instant just dash. It's kind of like a quick little boost. Nurse, she's super difficult, at least for me to work with, because she has a teleport ability, but and I don't know if they fixed it in any of the updates, because I've rarely played as her, but she can teleport through objects and across distances, but it's hard to gauge exactly where you're going to end up, which is why I don't use her as much. The Shape, Michael Myers, you can stalk your prey, which means the longer you stalk them, the more beefed up you get. You get more perks to the different levels it goes. The Doctor, he has shock therapy ability, so he can like broadcast out a shock attack, which will then screw with the survivor's mind and can give away their position. The Hag can lay traps, kind of like the Trapper, but if the trap's activated, the Hag will spawn there, or has the potential to spawn there. They could either pop up a decoy that'll startle the survivor, or it will, I think, give you the option as the Hag to jump to that location. The Huntress, level 50, she was my main for a while. My killer main, not overall main, because that's stupid. But she can throw hatchets across distances, and there's pallets that the survivor can throw down, and if you're skilled enough, you can nail them across that. Freddy Krueger the Nightmare, haven't played him as much. Don't like when other people use him, because he's, as in the movies, he's invisible. And the way he attacks survivors is that he has to put them in like this trance mode and make them fall asleep, which then he can see them from great distances. I know, calm down. You're getting all worked up. I'm talking a lot. People need to know what they're looking at. But, you can't see him. Other survivors can't see him. You can only see him once you're in a trance, but he can, like, if he's going through tall grass and things like that, you can see him move that across, so that's a sign. But, yeah, it's just real cheap because he's super invisible, and it's hard to prevent him from doing certain things. Like, if he's carrying a survivor to go sacrifice, you can't, like, get in his way. He'll just walk right through you. It's kind of iffy. I don't like it. It seems cheap to me. The Pig, the woman from Saw, is pretty cool because while all of these other killers generally are, like, towering monstrosities, as you can see them from a distance, the Pig is not. She's human-sized. She can sneak, just as survivors do. So sometimes it's hard to tell whether you see another survivor sneaking or it's her, but her perk is that once she downs you, instead of immediately taking you with a sacrificial hook, she can put one of the reverse bear traps, like in the movie, on you. And then you have to, if you escape her, either from the hook or from her carrying you, you have to go to one of, I think, 4 or 5 random Saw little, like, activities. And it's a skill check. And as we play the game, if you don't know what a skill check, it's where you have to hit L1 or a certain button at a certain time slot. You'll see what it is. But you have to go to those, and hopefully the one you choose will help you get the bear trap off your head. If not, you have to go to another one. If you don't do that, yeah. The Clown, he's one of the newer ones. He's kind of cool. It reminds me of American Horror Story Carnival, as you probably guess. But his perks is to use like chloroform concoctions, or not? Yeah, chloroform. Yeah, chloroform. Or is that? I'm getting confused with what's the embalming fluid? Whatever. Regardless, he has bottles that he can throw, and if they hit you or you walk through the cloud, they can disorient you or like screw with you, whatnot. So it's not the greatest, but for some reason he seems a little faster than you'd expect this big, lumbering, fat sad clown to go. And the Spirit, she's the newest addition. She reminds me a hell of a lot of the whatchamacallums from Dark Souls 3. You know, in the Ithral Palace, the invisible women who can stab you. You only see their eyes, they got crazy hair. But she's similar to, like, the Wraith and the Nurse, kinda, where she could teleport across an astral plane, as Nico was telling me. And she just fucks your day up, because she moves real quick. She can teleport pretty decently. I've only come across her once, but from what I've seen, I'm not the biggest fan. But maybe I just need to get good. But yeah, I will play back and forth for this playthrough. Once as a killer, once as a survivor. But we're gonna start as a survivor because the event, you have to get these vials here that will then transfer into cosmetic currency, pretty much. C5 up here, and then you could go in and buy different outfits, which is cool. Everybody likes to customize their characters. Although I don't understand why people in games like this where you're trying to hide, you want to wear some bright neon clothes or something like that. Because in this game, camouflage can actually save your life. But yeah, for the survivors, you have to go around and there are these big, weird, gross-looking plants. Kind of you can see in the back there, but instead of entity arms coming out, they're like these flowers that you have to harvest this fluid out of. And for the killers, you just have to put the survivors on a special hook that will give you said stuff. But one of my favorites, or I have a few favorites, as you can see, the level 50s. Jake, he's pretty good at, I think he has, if I remember, it's repairing skills, and he can also break sacrificial hooks if you want to spend some time to do that. Claudette is the medic, which is super easy, and then Nia, she's super stealthy and elusive. So I'm gonna use Claudette because I've been working on her, and if I'm gonna use it just for an event, I'm gonna want mine with the top perks. So let's get into this. We've been having some issues with finding a lobby if you have multiple people in the lobby. Like Nico and I will jump on, or Frank, and it'll just take so long to find a lobby. But as you can see here, I hit ready up and I immediately find a lobby. But before I forget, let's get some iron. And when I'm playing with randos, I try to use like the basic ones just because I have a bunch of them. I don't want to waste those. Increase. Well, I'm not gonna use that. Let's do this. So everybody can choose their own setup, and here we can see who we're also playing with and what items we have, but we can't see the killers. The killer, his loading screen, can see the same thing from a distance, but will show like the silhouette, or the, it will show who he is, what weapons he's using. But it's oblivious to me until we start seeing some shit go south. And one thing I like too about events is these offerings. Like I offered one that helps me with XP and certain characteristics. They have ones for events, so those ones will help spawn out more flowers or sacrificial hooks. So it's kind of just like all around will help everybody. It's not one-sided. One thing that is a little iffier than the previous events is, as opposed to having random flowers or things like that that the survivor has to harvest, before it was just specific generators that they needed to activate to get a notch towards that. But yeah, main goal, killer, you gotta attack the survivors and sacrifice them on specific hooks. For the survivors, you have to repair generators that will then power an exit gate, and then everybody can escape, but those take a long time to repair if you're going solo. So team-based shit is always going to be best, but then again, draw more attention, and then you may get randos who don't know how to play. A big difference too is, as you'll see, survivors you play in third person, which will give you a better view of everything going on, as opposed to the killer who's first person. So like in the movies where the killer's running and the girl ducks and hide around the corner and like eludes the killer and walks off, you're like, oh, I would probably have seen her like da 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 da. That's stupid. No, it's you can just fly by a survivor if you're not paying attention, or if you're running and you just like get distracted, you'll like, it can be a game changer. But as we can see here, cool. Spawn near another survivor. These are the event flowers. We're gonna harvest this. Running, by the way, up in the bottom left, you can see somebody just got hit. So we're in the clear for right now, but running will leave these marks that we can't see, but the killer can. It's kind of like them following your trail, so you got to be careful. I currently have a perk to make my sneaking, I think, 95% faster, which is super dope in a game where you're supposed to sneak around. I've had a lot of people who get all pissed off. They're like, oh, you just snuck around the whole map. You're not playing. It's like, well, that's what the hell I'm supposed to do. And if I have a perk that's going to help me, I'm going to use it. So, fuck off. Oh, that's the Huntress. You can hear her coming because she sings a creepy little lullaby. There's also totems over there, as you can see. Those can either give you bonus points, or some killers, like I think the Huntress has a perk where it'll make it super difficult to do what I'm doing and repair, because that skill check will just be a fucking bitch. And if you don't nail that perfect one, the little light one, as opposed to the gray area, it'll still like not, the repair won't go up. So you would have to find a specific totem, destroy that, and then you could start. But oh god. And I think there's some perks where if you're working on a totem or said totem, it will it'll alert the killer to your location. See something out there, somebody's running around. See, we're almost done with this generator, and with 4 people you have 5 to do. If you have 3 people, I think you have 4. Come on. And as you can guess, the engine sound and everything's gonna make it easier for the Huntress to find you. The killer can also see the silhouettes all over the map of the generators, so they know where they are. They don't have to find them, so they can go run around and check each one. Oh, somebody's down. Get this real quick. But yeah, the killer has to down them like that. It takes 2 hits to down them, and then they have to pick them up and carry them to a hook, which they're doing right now. There is these chests that can have awesome items. Like, I came packing a med kit, but it could either have a better med kit, a flashlight, a toolbox. Flashlight, here we go. I'm gonna try this. While I've had shit luck with that previously, apparently they did something to make the flashlight a little bit easier to use, because you had to point it directly at the face of the killer. I got you. You had to point it right at their face, but it was really difficult because I couldn't tell if you had to use, like, the beam of light had to be right on the face, or you had to be aiming them like at the center of the screen. Nothing seemed to work, so I just said fuck it for the longest time. But Nico told me that they fixed it, so if I have to use it, we'll see what happens. And as you can see in the top right, I am full on the harvesting the stuff from the flowers. Is that her? Oh, I see her over there. And that in a match, if you hit the max there, it's not like you can reload in another one. So now my goal is just to actually escape. And like this, we can have 2 people working on it. But that'll happen. That gives a big old notification to the killer where we are at, as you could probably imagine. So it's kind of risky to be... Okay. Somebody else just got hit, so that means we're kind of in the clear for now. But yeah, it's always a risky move when you miss a skill check, because do you want to stick around and try to get more progress on the generator, or is the killer now honing in on your position? That's your call. If you want to be the ballsy survivor and just stick it out, great. If not, run like hell. Yeah, we have 2 generators. Another thing that can happen is that after so long, like if the killer is really on his game and starts taking the survivors out, and it's like there's still like 2 generators you got to do, and you can't escape, and you're the last survivor, you have the ability to find a hatch. Oh god, they're camping. That's the worst. If you're ever gonna play this game, don't do like what that Huntress is doing. Fucking just camp a survivor, because that's just a shit thing to do. But then we got homies like us who still come through and save the day. Let me see if I can use this. No, I want to distract her with this when she picks her up. Because when she picks her up, and then if I could distract her right... Ah, it's so fucking difficult to use. Ah, see? Fuck it. See, that's why I do not even use the flashlight. It's the worst. So I lost her. I got a perk that I could heal myself without using the medkit, but in this situation I'm just going to go ahead and say fuck it and use it. But that's one of the dope perks about Claudette, is because you don't need a medkit to heal yourself. Usually you would, or you'd find another survivor to help you. But in this case, for time's sake, I'm just going to fucking do it anyways. But yeah, see, I hate the flashlight. It's tricky to use. You have to be right in their face. But lo and behold, when I'm the killer, people are like awesome as hell with it and can blind me, so it's just whatever. Please don't lead her over here. Come help me. Oh, come here. Claudette. Alright, let's heal you up and get this generator. Alright, let's do this. And then over here, that's one of the exit doors. Once these are all powered, you have to hold down a switch, and it takes a little bit for it to open. But there's 2 of those, and then that emergency hatch. Like I said before, if you're the lone survivor, and there's still like 2 or 3 generators to do, everybody else is dead, you're like, there's no way I can solo 2 or 3 generators. There is a hatch that will randomly spawn, and it's emergency escape hatch, just as you would probably imagine. But it can be pretty tricky to find. If you have a map or I think a key, I'm not sure which does which, but it can help you find it. But those items burn up real quick. Let's see if this one is still camping like a bitch. Yeah, she's camping. I hate to leave. Oh, you're the worst of the worst. I am sorry. I'm not going to be able to help you. See, never be a camper like that. That's nearly the scum of the earth. You don't want to be that. Like, in a lot of games, camping is not a good thing. Call of Duty, you don't want to camp. Then again, if you're a sniper, camping is going to be what a sniper usually does, but that's a video game, and not real life shit. But, yeah, don't do that. Don't just camp on a survivor. A lot of people do that if they're just like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to win because I suck dick. But, yeah, just don't do it. Kids, don't do camping. Stop it. Get some help. I saw her and I hear her. Oh! Damn. There are these little tool sheds too that you can hide in. That means it's time to open up the exit. But yeah, you can hide in there if you're lucky. If you like are running around and you tries to hide, it will make a sound notification for the killer. So you want to be not running when you go in one and try to sneakily go in there. Go get the friendly. Yeah, don't just wait. Unless she's using him as bait. What a dick. See, what the survivor should be doing over there is not moving around, but you can heal yourself to an extent if you're just down on the ground like that. Hopefully what that other survivor is doing is opening that escape hatch over there. Doesn't look like it. Ah, shit. I don't know where the other survivor went. Okay, so they got it. They escaped. Okay, let's see if we can back them up. Maybe run a little interference. Hopefully a tomahawk doesn't nail the end cap already. Didn't knock on wood. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Alright, I'm gonna heal him all the way because there is another escape door over there. So if we do that, that'll give him another hit. Oh, fuck, that one's Dunskies. Alright, let's, come on, come on, come on, come on. Open up, open up, open up. Woo! Fuck you! Come on, come on. Dodge it through. Bob and weave. Whoa! Scoozy. Whoop, whoop, come on. Ah, and then we're gonna escape. Escape. There we go. That's how you do it. Let's see. And we can spectate the other person. See here, Vials, another one. Cool. Great match. That was a good match, even though the whatchamacallit. Cool. Ranked up. You get points for different things. So repairing generators, like in goals, how well you're able to survive, being helpful to friends, and running from the killer. I lost the item I brought. Doesn't matter. XP. This doesn't really matter. It gives you shards that you could use to either buy certain perks or cosmetic stuff. And the killer, no. You're unsportsmanlike for fucking camping, you dick. Alright, let's see if the other person's gonna escape. Oh, nice. See, this is the hatch. He found the hatch. Booyah. Nice. Good on ya. There you go. That boosted him right up to the top. Way to go. But yeah, that is a day in the life of a survivor. I'm gonna leave here, and then we are going to check out the other side of it. And that's being a killer. Let me read this to you. My friend I posted it pretty funny. At least I can find it. It's a plantation. It's haunted, and I'm black. There are 3 reasons why I shouldn't go. Naya, you're hilarious. Okay, what did I say? Oh, one thing you can do as a survivor, see, I maxed out my level 50, and I could prestige if I wanted to, where everybody knows prestige, you lose your shit, you start again, but I think you get like a bloody outfit to show everybody your prestige. But I'm not gonna do that until I like level up all my characters, and then it'll go back through. So I don't, you know, I don't find a point to that if you're just gonna like build up a character, get all this cool shit, and say fuck it for cosmetic reasons. But if you didn't want to do that, you could still purchase things with the points that we unlocked, the currency, the blood points throughout the game, and you could buy things that will offer to the round, increase your luck. You can add on to items that you're equipping, or you can buy, like this is from the previous event, from the summer event. You can buy event ones that will either help more of those flowers spawn, or special items that are Halloween based. And you can do that indefinitely, so if you have a maxed out character, you could still unlock items if you really want to use them. But what I like to do is boost my other characters. Some people may find it cheap, but I mean, I have the ability to do so. So like the new character Adam, he has a pretty cool perk where if he saves somebody from a hook, he is then guaranteed a chance off of the hook if he is caught. Like right here, Deliverance. You now have a 100% chance to unhook yourself during an escape attempt after performing a safe hook rescue for another one. But since it's still low level and those are just like the base level skills, and I don't want to use weak ones when I have other characters that have better ones, I'm just gonna boost my characters by with the points that I win from them. Which, I mean, if you like it, great. If not, I don't really give a shit. This is a good one, definitely. This is the one, the self-care. And that's something, each perk can either be like an overall one, or it says rare Claudette Morel perk. As Claudette, I could go to this same blood web, and what that will do, there'll be certain ones, let me see. I don't think any were available to view here. I don't see any, but like these will, instead of just a default color perk based on their level, it'll be an orange one that will become teachable. And if I unlock that, then other survivors have the ability to unlock it through their blood web, given the opportunity. So, that's all that, but I'm gonna switch to killer. I'm not gonna use the hillbilly. Even though I should, because there's a daily ritual, and you get more points for that, but points aren't the biggest concern to me in this game. Usually it's going to be event stuff, just because I like incentive, things like that. Like, that's what more games need to have, because a lot of games, if I reach level 50 with some of my favorite characters, and I get tired of using other characters, I've done everything, it's just like, I don't want to use those characters, I'm not a fan of them, and I don't want to prestige because I don't see a point in it. It's like, why would I do that? Why would I shoot myself in the foot? But this game has a lot of incentives to keep playing, like whether it's cosmetic stuff or bragging rights or things like that. It does a good job in keeping players wanting to play. So that's one thing I appreciate. But and it helps with the daily rituals by doing that. But I'm going to choose somebody I've been using a lot recently. I'm not going to use the Huntress. The Trapper is a little bit more fun to work with because it gives you area to play around with the bear traps. I thought that wasn't supposed to. Whatever. I'm gonna use hemorrhage. No, I don't care about the setting speed. I'm gonna start with another bear trap, and then where? Wait, I swear to God that I unlocked a handful of, there we go, okay. Darken's bear traps. So it's the tar bottle. Maybe I just, oh, here we go, I'm gonna use this one, because it's just a rando one. But the perks that I have, oh, I probably should have checked out the perks with the survivor. The perks I have here, Unrelenting, where if you miss an attack, instead of, like, taking a long time to swing again, because you can't just, like, flail your weapon around, it decreases the time that I have to wait. Iron Grasp is great because when you're carrying the survivors, they have the ability to wiggle the left analog stick and try to escape, but with this it makes it difficult. Whisper's super awesome because it'll give me a little notification when they're in a certain radius. The entity or whoever I'm sacrificing to, like, gives me the, like, hey, you're nearby. And then Bitter Murmur, yeah, when they fully repair generator, I could see the silhouettes of a few of them for a limited time. And if you guys are curious, I'll go back and look at the other one. Well, fuck it, I'm here. Let's just do it real quick. My Claudette ones were self-care. I could heal myself. Botany, that makes my healing quicker and more effective. This one, so yeah, my movement speed is 100% faster if I'm sneaking around it. Therefore, they can't see the whatchamacallit, the trail behind me. And then the lightweight, in combination with this, is super dope, because if you do have to run or anything, those marks are visible for 3 less seconds than they normally would. But you'll see what those, the trail and all everything is from this point of view. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start this up. And they got some pretty cool cosmetic stuff for the, for all the characters, for the killers more so. But, yeah, let's see how this goes. And this won't be an hour-long stream like I usually do, because one, I'm not wandering around a fucking hotel trying to figure out how to, save my friends from porta potties, or time-traveling porta potties, like in Day of the Tentacle. And we're not just running around killing each other like whatchamacallit, Battlefield or anything. So this will probably be the last segment for this until I get some other friends in, or an event comes up. But I might jump on to Killing Floor 2 after this, because that's just a fun little game that we're going to try to get back into. Which is on sale right now, and a lot of fun. I think it's, if you're a PSN member, it's like just under $10. But one of the reasons I really like it is that it's like Call of Duty, but you don't have to buy a shitty-ass Black Ops game to play zombies. And ironically, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was free just like last month. And I played through some of the campaign, got bored, and then the zombies, I don't know, it didn't have that same feel to it, because I feel like when the zombies first came out, it was wave after wave, and you're hunkered down, you can explore a little bit, but you're gonna be generally in the same area surviving. The new one, it felt like, I don't know, it felt real, just like too open. And it's like, if you want to do the story of the zombies and whatnot, that's great, by all means do that. There's a lot to it, and you're probably going to need a walkthrough, because it doesn't tell you exactly what you have to do. But it was just like too much either or. Either give us a campaign or like a challenge goal driven zombie mode, or give us the stand and fight and survive mode. It just felt real, like, didn't know what it wanted to be when it grew up, so I didn't really care for it. But back to what I was saying, Killing Floor 2, it's Wave Assault. And there's areas that you run around in, you can customize your character, there's different classes, a bunch of different weapons. It's more fast-paced, you can just jump in, jump out, that whole 9 yards, and it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of British people talking and whatnot as the characters, which makes it, I don't know, better in my sense. But yeah, it's a lot of fun customization and everything, but I'll shut up for that, or with that for now, because like I said, I'm probably going to play it. Uh, we're gonna throw some traps down on these bitches, because that's one thing as a trapper. With the bear traps, you can put them down pretty much wherever you want. Found it's easiest to put them down in front of wood pallets that the survivors would use to like cut you off while you're chasing them, because if you're chasing them, they're not really going to be focusing on the ground, especially since I've darkened the bear traps, which makes them difficult to see. They're going to be running, trying to escape, and they're like, oh, wood pallet, caught in a bear trap. So as you can guess, it's one of the best places for them. Or nearby, if you hook up a survivor, that's not as easier. Or if you want to put it around a generator, as you can guess, it's probably going to be beneficial. But yeah. Tormented Creek. See, you can see the silhouette of the generators from all around. I can see the silhouettes of these traps. God, the frame rate's shitty right now. But yeah, here, you set traps in the path so they can get flubbernucked on them. And one thing good too is early in the round, just like keep picking them up. Like if you're near one, grab one, place it, because it can only help you later on. Oh, and I forgot I had a perk where I could carry multiple. Cool. But yeah, those are the hooks that I need to use. I had a perk on, or I used an item that made me, or made random bear traps every 30 seconds. Hi there. Okay. You know what? I would have appreciated it if you didn't insult me and just kept harvesting. See, they can throw that down. I'm gonna do this. And then I can turn away and look. Oh, that's the new thing. It's not just a big white screen. Come here, come here, come here. Okay, you're just in it for the event stuff, so I'm just gonna hook you up. And they only get 3 tries on a hook, because if not, then they're just... Alright, all these people are desperately... Oh, and I caught somebody on a trap. God, you guys. Thank you. Oh, well, this person over here has that deliverance perk or whatever, so it's guaranteed off the hook. Which is fine by me, if he wants to let me hook him up. We're just gonna place that down again. But yeah, no, if you're gonna just like... I feel like it's a little insulting when I'm running up on you and you're like, fuck you, killer, I'm trying to harvest this shit. I'm just gonna kill you. Alright, see, Ming got sacrificed. Now we got survivors off the hook. Let's see who's gonna catch him. Smart cookie. I'm gonna go for this one here, because like I was saying, this guy has the perk to, dang. Go that way. Hi. Surprise, motherfucker. Okay. Smash that, gain some points, pick you up. There was another, oh, it's all the way over there. Oh no, we have another one here. Yeah, struggle, struggle, struggle. By all means, you guys struggle. Are you gonna... No, I'm not even gonna waste a trap on you. Pick another one of these up. We're gonna place this down. Oh, by the way, as a trapper, I could step in my own trap. Before, it used to give me a limp and made it difficult for me to run. But why? What are you doing? I'm gonna fuck you up. That was not the smartest choice for you. But I'm not even gonna give you a chance to help out your teammate with your flashlight. I'm just gonna sacrifice you. You're done, Steez, because that's 3 strikes, you're out. Where did he go? Okay, he's here. I have a feeling like I'm not gonna be able to make it to this one over here. But I mean... Oh, damn it. See, I put a bear trap there. I fucked myself. Let's see if... Huh! Oh, made it. And let's see if he's dumb enough to unhook himself and then step into a bear trap. I really hope he's not, but something in me tells me that he might be. Unless he doesn't even have that awesome perk on, and if that's the case, dumb on him. Yep, see, he did that. And trap. You hit the trap? No, he didn't hit a trap. Oh, good on you, mate. See, this is something that people don't like either. It's like, oh, why are you gonna keep going for me? It's like, because you're injured. And if I hit you, I'm gonna get a fucking down on you. Oh, come on, let's see. But yeah, it's like, I'm gonna go for you because you're the easiest target and it makes the most sense. It's like a wolf isn't gonna go after the big ass, like the big old deer with the antlers and everything, like Bambi's fucking dad. But he's definitely gonna go for the one that's got a broken leg and easier to catch. I mean, why wouldn't I? Does that give you multiple? Is guaranteed one? Oh, does that stack? See, that's a fairly new skill. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, these are the trails. I could follow him around. Oh, this... that wasn't even you. Hi, Lori. Okay, so he has a map there that gives you the ability to see certain items and perhaps the hatch, if you're lucky. Trap. Oh, not the trap. You know what? I can just do this and cut out the middleman right there if you're gonna be a bitch about it. Trap! It's a trap! Is there another one? Oh, it's all the way over there. I'm not gonna be able to go for that. Let's just go for the kill. Okay. Yeah! Akbar, backfire. Do me a favor and don't even struggle. Because if I get this, I'm pretty sure I get a full vial. Come on, just do me a solid, bro. Come on, and yep, that's game for you. I'm just gonna set this down. Get a couple more points. Can I just pick up and put down like repeatedly? Oh, geez, I mean, why not? Yep, I can. And that's... Oh, I forgot. Jesus, the other chick is still on it. She's really... You can struggle after halfway or after 2 hooks. You can't like sacrifice or you can't try to escape. You just have to struggle to prevent it from doing this, where it impales you, sacrifice you up to the entity of death and destruction, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's no one escaped. That's how you do it. I got all those. Yes, give me a vial. I love it. I was worried that, like, on this playthrough that I was just gonna get either just, like, fubbernucked by a group that were, like, working together, because that can happen, and you could definitely tell when people are actually, like, in a party and cooperating, which, by all means, not knocking it. You do it if you want to survive. That's a great way to do it, but it just really sucks for the killer, because you're like, alright, whatever. What could I work more on? Chaser. Well, it's hard when they're just trying to farm their stuff. Oh, I got minus 1%. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that it gives you the breakdown there. But whatever. I mean, 1% isn't gonna change thing. But yeah, total. You have the breakdown for how like fucked up you are. Oh, let me break it down here. Slowing down generator progress. actually killing them. Malicious is like it says, putting pressure on them, chasing them down, destroying generators, I think, and then Chaser, that's self-explanatory. Leveled up there. Jesus Christ, knocked him out of the water. Who was the... You know, I'm not even gonna knock him for trying to get the event stuff. I mean, that's all on you. What can I spectate? Oh yeah, there's nothing for me to spectate. But we're gonna upgrade, and since the Trapper's so close to 50, might as well spend some points and do that. Maybe grab a couple event markers, or the event items. But yeah, this is Dead by Daylight. It's a lot of fun. This is probably going to be on sale since it's Halloween. In cities. I don't like that perk, because that encourages camping. Like, as I was running, there was sound effects and stuff when the killer was right on my ass. This, like, if you stand still, like, that won't happen, so you could walk right by them. Kind of like in a horror movie, but I'm not going to do that. That's cheap, that's camping, I don't want that. So I will go for this other perk. The basement perk? Yeah. If you hook them in the basement never runs out of hooks. When you sacrifice somebody on a hook, after their sacrifice, you can no longer use that hook. And survivors, like I was saying before, can destroy the hooks. But in the basement, they're repetitive use. There's 4 of them in that area. It's like a good place to go. And then this perk helps. And I've used this perk before. It is pretty awesome. It makes it quicker sacrifice time. And there's penalties for escaping and shit like that. But I'm gonna get it, because why not? I don't want that, because I don't want to not inflict damage. Oh, I get more points if I was used to that, but that's... I don't want to use that. This is good. It makes them spawn separately so they can't, like, spawn next to each other and just... reduces chance of escape. I don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, we'll go with that. This. Hemorrhage. That. This. I'm so... Wait, I might be able to get level 50. Yeah! Alrighty. So he's maxed out. Yeah, see, you cannot go... You can go to Prestige if you want. Or you can stick around and do other things. But yeah, cool. But yeah, that's Dead by Daylight. It is on sale. I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It has its issues, but there's not a lot of them. And compared to Friday the 13th, I think this is a little bit more put together. One thing I hate about that game is that you have to stick around until the match is done, even if you're like first to be killed, which is stupid. Not like this, where you can, like, if you were to die first, you could jump out and just jump into another lobby, and you still get all the points you would have got if you stuck around. But yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. A lot of time and effort has been put into this, as you can tell. Like, I remember when it first got announced years ago, and I was like, that sounds like a dope concept. And like, when you first played it, it had its issues. It needed some fine-tuning, which they've been doing very well. You could tell that they actually give a damn about what, like, has been said from, like, their audience. And there's constant patches going on, and they'll give you a whole rundown with the patch notes and everything, like here in the news. Let's see. Patch notes. Issues that would cause interaction deficiency penalty of self-healing or sabotage. So they actually listen and they pay attention to any issues they have going on. Hopefully they fix that thing I was telling you where bear traps would spawn open up in the air and I couldn't grab them and survivors couldn't get caught on them. But yeah, see, they work hard and diligently on all their shit. It's great. Something totally support. In full price, I would borderline say this is a game, like, after if I was to play the demo a bunch, or I've played it with friends, I might consider getting it at full price. I think full price is like 30 bucks or so, and that's not bad for this. Like, I've played this for a long time and have other friends jump in and they like it, and you just build a group. And even last night, like, I was playing with Nico for a bit. He was already in a group with like 4 other randos. We just jumped in, we all got to be friends like right off the bat, played a couple rounds, killed the shit out of them. It's great. But yeah, no, totally pick this up, Dead by Daylight, especially with their Halloween event. And if you want to get in on this game, where is right here, ShotaBoy15. Add me or DM your PSN tag, and we'll get you in on it. I've had a lot of questions as to why the name ShotaBoy15, and I'll explain it. ShotaBoy, it's a riff off my last name, Shorter, S-H-O-R-T-E-R. And growing up, my dad's nickname amongst my sister's groups of friends, because he would always be really involved with like sports and stuff. He'd be like a sports dad, help out, bring stuff, drive people around. And so his nickname became Papa Shoulder, or Shota. And then I guess I just took a riff off of that and threw it in. Being his son, I'd made it Shota Boy. And then the 15 is when I established the PSN when I was 15. Way back when on the PS3. It was when I was creating a login for Metal Gear 4's online play. That was, I think, one of the first PSN online games I ever played. But yeah, that's the root of that. I kind of wish I'd change it just because while it still is something to me, I'm just kind of bored of it. And unfortunately, you can't do that like you can on the Xbox. I'll say that's like one of the only pluses of an Xbox, is that you can change your gamer tag. Other than that, there's not much going for them as far as I can think of. But I was reading up, and you can't change your name on PSN because that exact user tag is tied into, I believe, your cloud save games and your achievements and all the other things. So they actually use that instead of like a default login, and then you have your nickname or your like visible tag, which kind of sucks. I read something where they're trying, or they're considering making that possible to change your name around. I don't know how they're going to do it. If they're actually putting a lot of eggs into that basket, who knows. But enough of that bullshit that doesn't pertain to the game. Thank you for watching, you guys. Like I said, jump in, a lot of fun. Suggest some games you'd like to see played, preferably things I can play on the PS2 since that's what I'm running on. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and I'm probably going to jump on Killing Floor 3 or 2. I don't know. I might not, because that's one of those games that it's more fun, and it's going to be entertaining for you guys if I have like Frank and everybody else playing with. And the game doesn't need much explanation. I don't need to do a let's play of it to explain all of it. You'll be able to see that when we play. But yeah, I will catch you in the next video. I felt like I was gonna say something. Oh well. Later.